Now it's the final session of the webcast where we have a look at some of your questions that have come in to us over the afternoon. And I'm joined by Jason and John from the JISC legal team. I'll just make a start then. One of our resources is a piece of software. Can I use Creative Commons to license that?
Okay, I'll take that one first. Yes, Creative Commons can be used for any copyright work, including software. However, there are limitations with regards to Creative Commons. It wasn't designed with software particularly in mind, and there may actually be better licenses available, the general public licenses that apply. So software as well, it does have the problems that it tends to be bits from different places, and trying to get it all under one license can be tricky as well. Creative Commons license can be used, but it might not be the best one.
Okay, and I think that Creative Commons deal with that issue on their FAQs, which is a useful resource to have a look at. Where I include materials in an OER and they are licensed under Creative Commons, what happens to me as part of an institution if a part of the resource is then copied and used by someone out with the terms of the license? Do I have liability?
I think the short answer is no. The obligation is on the institution to comply with the license, but if someone does come along and infringes copyright or finds the material then they are infringing, and it's them that will be pursued by the in breach. So I think the institution, if it can demonstrate that it has complied with the terms of the license, then it's outside. It doesn't have to worry about that. No, it's the infringer.
Okay, and we've got time, I think, for one final question. If a university does not support publishing works under Creative Commons, but you would like to publish your work under that licence, is there a problem?
Okay, well, this comes down to who owns the copyright in the work. The copyright owner has got the right to decide and control what happens with it. So in that instance, it will depend whether it's been produced in the course of employment and whether there's anything that alters the legal default of it being owned by the institution if it was created in the course of employment. If a person owns their own copyright, they can decide to Creative Commons license it. Really, I think in terms of policy, then it's a case of discussing the benefits versus the reasons why the institution doesn't want to do it and come to some agreement. Certainly, it's a difficult situation where a lecturer, contrary to the institution's policies, tried to place a Creative Commons license on the material. It would depend on whether they had actual agency to be able to act on behalf of the institution, whether that happened, and certainly the situation wouldn't be clear. Therefore, it's a much better thing to talk about and resolve than to try and mess through.
Yeah, clearly it's a good conversation or dialogue to have with your institution about what use others can make of your work, and I think many of the concerns that institutions would have had, I think, could be cleared up or should be looked at in detail. Yeah.
Okay, thank you both for those detailed answers. JISC Legal offer an inquiry service and a help desk, so please get in touch if you have an additional query on OER or any other area of ICT law. In short, OER materials offer us an opportunity to share and build upon high quality teaching, learning and research. I'm sure you'll agree that in the creation and dissemination of OER, legal matters. We've addressed the relevant legal issues when we put materials together in an open forum, and we've looked at the output of OER, the licensing and implications for the projects themselves, any third-party works and availability for the end user. I hope that you get something useful out of our webcast today. We've heard from many different individuals, and on behalf of JISC Legal, I'd like to thank the JISC Legal team who've contributed on many fronts, Nicola Simonson for helping us clarify what projects need to think about in order to deposit their OER resources in Joram, Naomi Corn for taking time to present to us on the important issues surrounding licensing and Creative Commons, and Anna Howell, who provided us with an insight into what legal matters really mean for OER projects. Thanks also to the audiovisual team from Learning Services here at the University of Strathclyde who make all of this run as well as it does. And finally, thanks to you for watching and participating. Don't forget to send us your online evaluation for a chance to win the Sony ebook. And the last thing I want to say is I wish you a very good evening, enjoy the fireworks, and we look forward to working with you soon. Goodbye.